The horror genre is ever-changing in the world of film, and yet again it seems as though it's undergoing yet another change. In the late 90s and early 2000s, the genre seemed to have taken a dip in quality. Audiences just didn't seem interested in the same spooky story, told over and over again with little to no substance. Recently, however, the genre has seen an upswing in quality, as more and more great horror films have been releasing over the decade. But what is causing audiences to react so positively to these films? In this video, I will be looking at two films, 2018's Hereditary and 2019's Us, and we'll be discussing what makes these films not only great, but actually scary. And I will be doing so using both fan analysis and reception analysis.
If you want to get crazy, we can get crazy.
Hereditary, directed by Ari Aster, is about a woman named Annie dealing with the loss of her mother and later her own daughter. She turns to a new mysterious friend named Joan for help and delves into the paranormal, but something else comes after her and her family. Hereditary took the world by storm when it was released. Audiences called it the scariest film they've seen in recent memory. The film, in my opinion, is terrifying as it takes a personal, relatable story of family legacy and combines it with horror elements to create an engaging narrative. Take this scene for example. Annie goes to confront Joan about the horrors she's witnessing, but to no avail.
Joan, I really need to ask
Joanne is revealed to be at Annie's son's school, shouting at him for obscene reasons unknown at the time.
Dagony! A paragon! Peter! Get out! Peter!
This is immediately followed by Annie looking through an old photo album, finding Joan actually knew her mother as they were in a cult that worshipped a demon in which the cult finds Annie's son, Peter, a suitable host. Hereditary is one of the more horrifying films of the past decade due to its themes of family lineage and whether or not we're doomed to follow in the wake of our heritage.
Mom?
I don't like this. Dad, I don't like this.
What's happening? Peter! Don't you ever raise your voice at me! I am your mother!
Jordan Peele's Us is about a family being terrorized by a bunch of clone doppelgangers known as the Tethered. The theme of duality runs throughout this film, as it highlights the dark sides of each of these characters and embodies them in the Tethered. This is effective in the horror genre, as everybody has a dark side of themselves they try to hide from others. So what if that side came out after you? This is highlighted in this scene where the family first comes into contact with the Tethered.
Then, the girl had her first child, a beautiful baby girl. But the shadow, she gave birth to a little monster. Hombre was born laughing. The girl had a second child, a boy this time. They had to cut her open and take him from her belly.
This scene also has heavy ties to the theme of oppression, as the Tethered were left forgotten underground, forced to carry out the same movements as their counterparts above ground, symbolizing their lack of freedom.
Fire! So you see, the shadow hated the girl so much for so long, until one day the shadow realized she was being tested by God.
Fans of the horror genre praise Jordan Peele due to his films such as Us dealing with these sensitive themes, as it highlights how America's dark past may be slowly catching up to it.
They won't stop until they kill us.
This new age of horror we're entering is giving birth to quality films such as Us and Hereditary that are not only terrifying, but provide good social commentary for what's going on in the real world.